Yep, let's go.
All right, let me go ahead and turn down the YouTube music. There we go. All right, guys, welcome to another installment of Interview Thursday. Today we have another special guest with us. It is Sammy Wohl, who is also known as SWohl19 on Twitch. Thank you very much, Sammy, for joining us today, and I look forward to what you have to show us.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I think the two games I picked are very entertaining, and I was quite a bit lower rated back then, so it should be fun to reminisce.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and start and talk about who you are and what it is you do. So, you just graduated college, correct?
I did. I graduated in the summer.
All right, excellent. And were you able to get a job right out?
I was very fortunate to get a job right out. I applied to a few schools, and luckily one of them accepted me. And I've really enjoyed the people I'm working with, enjoying working with students. It's very similar to chess coaching, which I've done quite a bit before. So I'm glad I was able to use chess for an actual, for a full time profession, which is
Right.
nice.
And what subject do you teach?
I teach math. I teach Algebra 1.
Perfect. And math that goes hand in hand with chess here, which is excellent.
Definitely.
And
Definitely, yeah.
Joe Bruin, yes, Sammy is here, man.
Oh, man. Joe supporting.
Yeah, definitely sits down and eats popcorn with Sammy here. Sammy's going to give us a really good time today. So, go ahead and tell us about what got you into chess.
So, I kind of didn't play that much chess when I was younger. I kind of played a little bit with my dad. He would give me some games. A lot of times during the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur, you're not supposed to use electricity. So my dad would be like, "Okay, fine, I can't do anything else. Let me play you a game of chess." And I'd always look forward to that. And yeah, no, I even then I enjoyed it, but I didn't really quite pick it up until I was a freshman at UCF. I found the chess club there,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys made it look really fun, and they really were so welcoming, and I just fell in love with chess after that, and I just was obsessed with it. I wanted to improve as quickly as I can, and yeah, I just really loved chess after college for sure.
Yeah, and college was a big stepping stone for me too when it came to chess. And
Exactly.
it was excellent to meet you during the times when we were
Yeah.
doing the Florida Collegiate.
Oh, that was I should have picked one of those games. Those
Dude,
were
those
those
are
were fun
big.
games.
Yeah, and we had also Arnold Banner and so on.
Oh yeah, Arnold.
Those guys
Arnold's
are
the
great.
best.
So from UCF, actually, who else do people know that do streaming from there? Or I guess in the Orlando area.
So you're saying which streamers do they know of?
But yeah, who do you know from the Orlando area that also plays chess and you keep in contact with?
Sure. I mean, first of all, I'm very good friends right now with Martin Hansen,
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Chess House, as he's also known. Really strong national master, great guy. He actually just got a job in Tallahassee. Really happy for him. He just told me. I hope he's okay with me letting people know that. So really happy for him to get a job. And yeah, he's just a great friend of mine. And yeah, there's Makayo, there's Terrence, of course. And yeah, there's Arnold. Arnold was like my first real mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And finally Kareem too. He kind of stopped playing a little. He kind of stopped playing chess for the most part. But without him, I probably wouldn't have picked up chess the way I did. So I definitely owe him something too.
Yeah, those guys are very strong, and especially in
Yeah.
Blitz.
Oh yeah, they're all strong.
You got a lot of great experience from them.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you were playing against FIU?
FIU. Oh, was that in Collegiate Springs?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was. I think I played against Thomas the time I played in Collegiate Springs, which was really cool because he was quite a bit stronger than me at the time.
Zachariah?
I thought, yeah. And yeah, no, I think we played a pretty interesting game. We kind of both got into time trouble, but it was a great game. I remember having a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, college years, guys, you gotta love them. Especially.
Yes.
All right. In your before we started the interview today, you were mentioning about your dad who taught you how to play chess. Is he ranked in any way?
He is. He was. I think he was around 1600 USCF when he stopped playing. He kind of played a little bit in high school. He was part of the chess team. He got to leave school a little early. But yeah, he kind of gave it up. It was actually a little bit more of my grandfather who played. Unfortunately, I never met him. He passed away before I was born. But I heard he was a very strong chess player. He was around 1900 at at his peak. And yeah, he was a very active tournament player. And yeah, a lot of the times when I play, I think of him, and I hope he's proud of me.
Oh, that's great, man. It's always great to play for somebody else.
Exactly. It really is. It really is.
No, and chess runs in your family too, which makes you already above a lot of other people just from that.
I like to think that's what it is. Whether it's true or not, it remains to be seen.
Yeah. And so, guys, this is also going to be posted on YouTube. And Sammy, for the YouTube people who do not know who you are, what is it that you do for chess and Twitch?
So, what is it I do for chess and Twitch?
Yeah, what do you do for
chess
Twitch?
And Twitch? Or
yeah.
Oh, chess.
Or I think I answered the question for you.
I just love. Honestly, I try to make chess as entertaining and fun as I can for people. I mean, a lot of people think that chess is, a very, official game. You have to be really smart to play it. There's a lot of, of course, there's a lot of stigmas. You can only be a nerd if you play chess, but I like to try and break down those stigmas, like, similar to Chess Bra and those entertaining chess channels.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, just try and make it more accessible to people, more fun. Of course, I still respect chess a lot, and I do appreciate that it is a gentleman's game, but we also need to have a little bit more fun. So that's what I try and do with chess.
Very respectful. I completely understand that. And during your time doing Twitch streaming, you've definitely met a lot of strong players along the way.
Yes, quite a few.
Most notably, recently you had a very famous YouTuber, Chess Network. How did you feel about that?
Oh man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Chess Network was I did not think he ever watched my streams, and one day he kind of just came in, and I think maybe he recognized my name somewhere. And it's just crazy because guys like him, they have like thousands and thousands of followers, so you think you're just like some name to them. But in the chess community, it's not really like that. People kind of just watch you no matter what your rating is, no matter how many followers you have, which is really great. And yeah, no, Jerry's. Whenever Jerry comes into my chat, I'm very happy. He was there when I made front page, which was really cool. Great memory. And yeah, no, it's always great.
Yeah, Sammy has also made a lot of great milestones in Lichess, making the front page of their website a couple times.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so
very, very honored by that, honestly.
Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm very excited to see what you have to show us for today. Let me go ahead and switch over the transition because I missed that with Kevin last week.
Sure, no problem, no problem.
Go. And all right, so for game one here, are you playing as white?
I am playing as white. This is an Alphen game, obviously. I believe that this is my first ever Alphen I've ever played in a tournament. This was right around the time when Kareem was crushing me in Night Theory, and I'm like, okay, no more of that. Let me do something besides the Open Sicilian, and I found the Alphen.
Gotcha.
So,
if you go ahead and set the stage real quick, what tournament and what year?
This was Pan Am's 2017. My second year at the UCF Chess Club.
Was this one in Texas? I can't remember 2017.
This was the one in Ohio, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the first one was in New Orleans, and the second one I played in was in Ohio.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I think it was the third round. And UCF, we were trying to do our best. I think we were a little bit behind in contention for the under 1,500 prize, I believe it was.
Right.
But I still wanted to play the best I could.
Yeah.
And I think I was 1-1, I believe.
Okay. And the team that you're with, what board did you play?
I think I was board 1 for the second team, for UCFB team.
Oh, you guys sent 2 teams. Excellent.
Yeah, we sent 2 teams at the time. Yeah.
All right.
Fun fact, I didn't actually qualify for this. I kind of lost a heartbreaking game, but I was so passionate about going. I actually, normally the UCF team goes free, but I didn't actually qualify, so I actually paid my own way. So luckily, Tyler was able to let me tag along, and I got some good games, and it was a great experience. It was very worth it.
All right.
And yeah, no, I kind of just went in, It wasn't really more of a tournament situation type thing. It was more of like, the venue, it's like all these college teams, and I wanted to put UCF on the map. We all did. So we were all trying to play our best chess the entire time.
You guys absolutely did. You guys are one of the most well-known colleges already.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. And luckily our football team is helping.
Yeah, that too.
helping that out.
And UCF is known for its engineering, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is an engineer. It used to be an engineering school before
Mhm.
it became a bigger school. So yeah, it is known for its engineering.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a beautiful school, man.
It
Congratulations.
is very, yeah. Oh, I love. I need to visit there again soon once all
Yeah,
this stuff is
Jan
over.
with the shade. UCF has a chess team.
Oh man, yeah, we almost beat you, dude. We almost beat FIU. We really did. We were winning on some boards.
Mhm.
If Arnold didn't show up late, like a half an hour to play you, we could have won.
I remember that game too. That was great. Arnold's like, what was it, a half hour, right?
I think that was the first time I met Jan too.
Mhm.
It was either that or it was maybe it was another tournament. But anyway,
Yeah.
do
All right.
you want to dive into the game?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Go for it.
Okay. So we have an Alpin. I don't know if you can see it, right? It's
Yep,
it's
you're going perfect, man. Go for it.
perfect. So he plays e6. Normally now I probably didn't know this at the time, but the critical moves are either d5 or knight f6. Okay, you want to really fight for control of the center before white gets in d4. So I was able to get in d4 and have a nice comfortable center, which is always nice in these openings. He played bishop e4 check. Nowadays, I would probably go knight c3, to be honest. It's hard for me to know what my thought process was back then because I didn't take any good notes. I just kind of put the games in. But I played bishop d2, which is fine. Queen takes. Knight f3 and d5, normal moves. I was kind of confused. I mean, I guess he didn't want to, he was afraid of e5 after knight f6, but he just goes knight d5 there. So I'm not quite sure why he went knight e7.
Okay.
But either way.
Now, before the game started and you got a chance to see who your opponent was, did you have any preparation for him?
No. There was no preparation. We were all pretty unknown college kids. We kind of just went into each game.
Okay.
And that was it. Yeah. I believe his rating was around 1600 and I was around like 1300 or something like that. Ooh. So, but I think I was a little underrated at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't. I mean, I think I was like 1200 in like the first Pan Ams and I was like 1300 in the second. So
it's great to see a full game that comes strictly from inspiration.
Yes.
All right.
And yeah, he kind of just plays very passively. A6, H6. I mean, I don't know if he was just playing. He's like I'm a low rated player, so I could just play passively and wait for him to make a mistake.
Right.
But I just improve my pieces. But it's important when you're a lower rated player and you're improving to just really try and not make mistakes. That's really the key. Like as you get better, you'll find good moves easier, and you could find strong attacking moves. But there's never a problem with just playing safe. So that's what I was doing, slightly improving my pieces. And yeah, I don't know if I drew this arrow or someone else did.
Okay.
But I was thinking about taking the knight, but I think I was probably worried about the open F file. And I probably also thought my light square bishop was pretty good. So I think I avoided the trade.
Now, what would you do now? Would you actually take the knight or?
I probably would not take the knight now.
Still? Okay.
Yeah. Because this knight is kind of a little stupid on g6, and I could always maybe think about kicking it with h4, h5 in the future. Not now, but in the future.
Yeah, and it's entertaining to see how your thought process changes or doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's always fun to look at older games and
like what in the world am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So knight e2, maybe trying to put my knight on f4 at some point, or g3. And yeah, nice rook lift. Oh man, my playing style honestly has not changed that much. And yeah, b4, just expanding on the queen side. That's kind of a move that I would play now. And I trade rooks. See, if I wanted, I would at least play rook c1 here, or just let him take my rook. I probably wouldn't just take rooks, trade rooks like that. But
we have one of your favorite viewers here, Chess Queen 2000. Welcome.
Oh, Chess Queen. Chess Queen, hello.
Thank you very much for coming in and supporting Sammy and his interview Thursday. Okay,
so you know what? Now you know what my idea was, Matt. Maybe I was like, okay, if he takes with the rook, I could take the knight, and he doesn't have this f file.
There you go.
He can't exchange sack the rook. So I took it now and played queen d3. Not. You know what? I'm not opposed to what I just did.
No, I completely agree with what you did.
Ask Sammy. He knew what he was doing. A lot more than current Sammy does. Okay, so bishop e5, maybe trying to just take the knight, but it doesn't really do much, and I feel like, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get his... I mean, honestly, I would have maybe preferred, like, knight b5, but maybe he was worried about a4.
Yeah, Now,
Queen E3. If I'm going too fast, by the way, please tell me to slow down.
no, you're doing excellent, man. And
okay.
I would want to get more in depth because it's a psychology of competition.
Yeah, sure.
And just kind of want to see, like, were there any moments in here where you start feeling uncomfortable? How did you handle yourself? What'd you do with your time? Maybe what'd you eat that
honestly,
day?
I think at this time in my chess career, I was still pretty poor at taking a lot of time. I still kind of struggle with that nowadays, but I'm a lot better at it than I used to be.
Ultra bullet.
So I think I was probably playing too fast, and I probably was thinking, just kind of playing with instinct.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that probably my opponent's rating probably had something to do with that as well. And yeah, I just think when you're playing chess, it's important to think. It's important to be aware of your opponent's rating if you know it, but you also shouldn't let it like just psychologically beat you in any way. You should just play your game, play the game you know you're capable of, and yeah, you should be able to go far with that. Honestly,
don't let any outside factors bother you.
Don't let any outside. Just play your game.
Exactly.
Play some chess.
Sammy won as white. What a god.
Yes, I did win as white. I was like a 300-point underdog or something like that. And knight c6, so he's putting pressure on d4, but I mean, I guess like black's equalized, but I don't think black has any edge here, to be honest. I don't really see. I don't know. His queen's kind of not doing much.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure on d4, but I kind of prefer your position.
Yeah, now I just moved the knight, and yeah, d4 is guarded sufficiently, and I'm threatening g6 and e6, and it's kind of hard for him to defend both. I think. Oh, so he plays knight e7. I thought maybe king f7 was probably his best try because you can't really kick the king. The king's not really weak on f7 right now. But yeah, he does knight e7. The thing is with knight e7, it's a little bit more passive. He's trying to get into f5, but g6 could always be weak. So who knows? Queen b3. So I attack the rook. Nice. I don't mind. Don't mind that. And rook c8. So once again, I think rook c4, attacking d4 could have been a better try. And if I have to kick it with knight d2, that's kind of a concession. So he could have maybe tried rook c4 first. But he plays rook c8, maybe just wanting to get his rook in to defend. But once again, another passive move. And you don't want to play too many passive moves in these type of games. And queen b1, oh, man. Such enterprising chess.
All right, so this one gave you a big smile. I'd like to know what went through your mind here.
I mean, I think I was just trying to attack g6 and, like maybe provide some back rank support. And yeah, honestly, I like that move now. I don't think it's a bad move at all. I think it's safe. I was always sort of a safe player. I didn't really like to sacrifice too much, especially in tournament games.
Right.
I've gotten a little bit more liberal now because I kind of, when I'm a little older, I stopped caring as much. But yeah, but it's I always like to play safe. So I definitely like queen b1 a lot. And yeah, honestly, from my play, it doesn't seem my nerves are affecting me quite yet, which is really good. It's glad to see that. So.
It's probably part of being kind of new to chess. You don't really think about that, right?
Yeah.
You're just more focused on the game.
So once again, I think king h7 is kind of not great. I mean, once again, I think king f7 is just a better try. You're not. See, the thing is, now you're putting yourself in a pin. So a plan like h4, h5, which I'm pretty sure I did immediately, is a pretty devastating plan, honestly. So we'll see how it works out for me. h4, yep. Liking my play a lot here. I was just born to be an elephant player, man. g3, nice and solid. So I think I actually could have just taken on g6, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I think g3 it keeps the pressure. It's a great move, honestly.
Taking on g6 with the idea of h5 with the
I probably didn't see I could take on g6 now that I'm thinking about it, but I still like g3. So listen.
I'm agreeing with
give credit where it's due.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Ezra here in the chat. I was going to ask what about knight h4? Is there something we're missing here? Yeah,
knight h4 looks good.
Okay.
Knight h4 does look good.
Okay, he was just wondering if this move was faster or if it's,
It very well might be faster. Yeah. I mean, I feel like both moves are pretty good, but yeah, knight h4 is probably a little bit more direct. Maybe I was just worried about. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I was worried about, honestly. Maybe I didn't want my knights to get like entangled because, if one of your knights takes on G6 and you could ever kick the other one away, it's a little bit annoying. Yeah. So maybe that's what I was afraid of. I don't know.
Okay, I mean that's fair. There you go.
Yeah, just went H4, and rook F8, G3. Yep. But yeah, good move by Ezra, by the way, because knight H4 does look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm tempted here to sack an exchange and put a knight on F5 forever.
Yeah, right. Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's Brian's lessons paying off for you right there. Yeah. And he does do it.
Oh, he did it. Shoot.
So let's see how I defend as a 1300. Queen C7, King G2, getting off the back rank, liking these prophylactic moves.
Like
he takes on H5. I think just a completely unnecessary move. If I'm going to be honest.
What I very much like about your play is that you're pretty much saying to black, all right, you can't do anything, so I'm just going to slowly improve.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm up the exchange. The pressure's on you. That's what I was.
Do you know what the time was like here roughly?
I do not know. Once again, I think I was playing. I think we were both playing pretty fast, honestly, because I'm pretty sure I remember this game it wrapped up pretty quickly. I was still waiting on Nick's game and a lot of other guys, so I'm pretty sure this game wrapped up. I'm pretty sure we were both playing pretty fast.
Yeah, Annika, Sammy probably was just underrated in this tournament because he's playing far stronger at 1300.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I'd like to think so. So knight H4. And he trades queens. Once again, kind of a weird decision. I guess he doesn't want to give me a pass pawn, but I mean, bring out the Swole trade emotes. Baby Swole over here already trading queens.
Exactly.
So,
and whenever you trade queens, you gain 1,000 rating points.
E6 right away, and E7. And how do you ever take that pawn? I'm gonna go rook E5 at some point right now. Yeah.
It's baby Mac, not baby Swole.
And just F3.
Yeah, you got great control here, man. Nice.
Oh,
and for the team, because the Pan Ams is a team tournament, how key of a game was this?
I don't think it was very key at all, honestly. I think our B team was kind of struggling. A lot of the players there were pretty new. Okay. But it was still, we were all trying our best, and I was trying to win 100% every time. But yeah, I don't think we had a lot. I don't think the B team had a lot of hopes. I think our A team, we were kind of relying more on our A team because our A team was also an under team. So we were kind of just putting all our chips in them. So. And
after this game, did you feel like you wanted to play the Alapin more often?
This was definitely one of those games where I was like, wow. And I was like, and I told Nick, I'm like, Nick, I played the Alapin and it went really well. And he looked at my game. He's like, Sammy, it just looks like you have a great center and you just crushed this guy. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of what happened.
All right.
And yeah, getting that from Nick was cool. And yeah, just takes and F4.
I love F4. Beautiful move.
Really, that's like the nail in the coffin right there. And you just take H4, and now black has literally no play. So now I can just run my king up, do whatever, check with the rook, and I queen, and he resigned.
Very nice play there. Yeah, definitely not 1300.
I always thought my endgame ability was one of my stronger suits. It's still not perfect, obviously. It never was perfect, but I thought out of openings, middle games, and end games, I always thought I was the best at end games for sure.
How'd you do in this the entire tournament by the end?
I believe I actually went. I think I went 3. It was either 2 or 3 out of 5, something like that. Either way, I was not expecting to win the games I won. So all right, it was pretty cool.
Nice job.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Considering I also wasn't supposed to be there, that also felt pretty good.
I mean, yeah. I don't know how closely they look at whether or not you're actually in the right college.
No, yeah, they don't. I think you just send them a picture of your transcript and that's it.
Yeah. I don't think we did that either.
Yeah, probably.
Ben Silva was like, all right, let's go ahead and get the money to go, and we just went.
That's funny.
Showed our IDs.
So yeah, if you want to know about like any post game thoughts, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was just really, really happy to win, and it just gave me more confidence. And yeah, when you're an improving chess player like this, when you're at a certain level, like 13, 1400, and you get games like this against like 16 or 1700s, and you think they're like untouchable. and then you beat them, it does a lot for your confidence, and it leads to more victories, and it leads you to improvement. And that's why you shouldn't let the losses affect you so much, because when you start to win, when you just keep playing and learning and improving, those wins will come for sure.
Let the rating fix itself. Something
let the rating. Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to grasp. It's a hard concept.
Exactly.
Yes, Annika, exactly. Sammy doesn't read the chat. We gotta have Sammy ignore emotes in the chat.
All right, I'm reading it now.
But feel free to ask questions, guys. That's what Sammy is here for. This is his time to shine, as he always does in Twitch. Let me go ahead and do a quick shout out to his page here, SWohl19. If you guys are interested in checking out his very interesting and growing channel.
Yeah, interesting is a great word, Matt. Great adjective right there.
I don't know how. There's like no particular genre I could put to your stream.
No, that's the beauty of it, though. That's the beauty.
Yeah, maybe Ultra Bullet was at one point, but.
Oh yeah, no, I have played a little bit of everything for sure. And yeah, no, I just once again, this was just a very, I just thought this was a cool game to show to the chat. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really like an attacking type of player, so I don't really have too many like stylish victories. But yeah, no, I thought this was a instructive game.
And it's definitely this Queen B1 move.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's like a key one just to like, all right, time to hammer out those weaknesses.
Exactly. Queen B1 I thought was nice.
All right, let's go ahead and hop on to the next game here.
Let's do it.
All right, and go ahead and set the stage for us.
Sure. Okay, so this one I remember quite vividly. I think you were there. I think you were at this tournament, Matt. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you were there.
Okay, which tournament?
This was the 2018 Sunshine Open, and this was the first tournament I think I ever won. So I was very, very happy with this tournament.
I never went there, but I saw photos of you with people and just like trophies or a check or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah.
Congratulations.
So thank you. Yeah, this was an awesome tournament. I really had a lot of Arnold was there to see me win it, and he was we were rooting for each other the whole time.
What section were you in?
I was in the under 1700 section, I believe. That's what it was. Whew. Yeah. No, this was 1 year later. So I went from like 14 to 1800, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, guys, if you go 5 out of 5 in a tournament like that, that's like a 1900 performance at least. Yeah,
something. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Well, I think I went 4.5 out of 5, so not quite as much, but yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, I think this was round 4. I was 3 out of 3, and I was playing against a guy who I think was like, around like 50 or 60 points higher rated than me. He was a little bit older.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I was just kind of going into it. I was kind of getting a little nervous because I don't think I ever started out a tournament 3 out of 3. Except for actually maybe my first tournament ever. I actually went 4 out of. I think I went 4 out of 4. But yeah, I went 3 out of 3. This was round 4. I had the black pieces against a higher rated player, so I was a little nervous, but I kind of just went in.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just curious. What did you do for training up to this point? Did you have any coaches that you worked with one-on-one?
I had like 1 or 2 lessons with a fellow streamer who I really admire a lot. He's a really cool guy. National Master Nicholas Tice, really cool dude. He's a streamer. You guys should check him out.
All right.
And yeah, no, he gave me a couple lessons. I mean, I don't know if it's fair for me to call him a coach. I kind of
mentor.
I paid for 1 lesson, and he gave me another lesson as part of like a viewer thing on his stream. So yeah, no, I got a couple lessons from him, and he was a great coach. So yeah. But other than that, I don't think I had any formal. I never had formal lessons with anybody else.
Okay. And what did you learn from him most? Like what area?
A lot of tactics. He used to be like a crazy house specialist, so he definitely was aware of all the tactics in my positions. He helped me with a little bit of opening stuff. He was the first one to really show me that, like, you don't want to play like knight c6 and like these d4 d5 openings before moving your c pawn. Have your c pawn flexible. So that was a good lesson.
Gotcha. General fundamentals of just strategic play.
Yeah, strategic tactical play. Exactly.
Sweet.
And other than that, I just kind of, to prepare for games, I would just do tactics for the most part. I never was really an opening guy. I never liked learning opening theory, to be honest. So yeah, I just like to crunch out tactics.
All right,
for sure. And yeah, so yeah, here's the black. Here's so this is actually one of the openings I hate playing the most. Just a straight up
Playing like
Stonewall,
against? Oh, okay.
Stonewall defense. Yeah, I hate playing against this opening. Any D4 F4 setups I despise because I don't know. I don't know how to take advantage of it, and I don't know how to equalize against it, honestly.
Oh.
But this becomes a very closed strategic game, very maneuvering, and I enjoy these type of games a lot. So
yes, Martin, it is Sammy Wohl.
that is me, Martin. Martin, I did keep Aniket timed out. That's pretty funny. Martin, I mentioned to the viewers that you got a job. I hope that's okay. I'm just very proud of you, man. Good job. Good stuff, man. Yes. And yeah, no, I played C4 here, which right now I don't like. I think my idea was I was trying to go like B5, A5, B4, but I just don't know. I just feel like it's not quite necessary to play it. Maybe I want to develop my dark square bishop without having him take on C5 and I have to take and waste a tempo, but
right.
Anyway.
Like your only play here is get to pawn to B4, which takes a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. I played rook B8, yeah, preparing B5. And knight G4, not quite sure what that move does. Okay, just trying to go F5. So, I could dig that.
So for your choice of games today, this one you're choosing because you're playing against an opening that you don't particularly like?
I thought this was one of the most critical games I've ever played in my life, honestly. I think this was probably the highest pressure game I've probably ever played.
Gotcha. So he's to set the stage for those just tuning in, he's already 3 for 3 in the Sunshine Open 2018.
Yeah, this is the highest section I've ever played in. Yeah. I think under 16 was the last tournament I went into. So, yeah.
Key game.
Key game. And I castled here, not quite sure about that decision, but, you know, all good.
Mm-hmm.
And 95. My opponent's playing well so far. No mistakes I can see of.
Mm-hmm.
These look like the games I get crushed against 2,400 players nowadays, honestly. Because I still don't know how to play against this opening, even though I won this game. And A6, B5. So we're just locking it down. And we trade on B5, and he gets the A file, which is interesting. It may come into play later.
Mm-hmm.
We trade, and I play bishop C6. You know, don't want any rook. I don't want him getting in on the 7th rank at all.
That's very
bishop
strange.
D8, protecting E6. Yeah, it's a bizarre game, but I actually maneuver my way into a dub, so it's pretty interesting. And a rook F5, just trying to, I don't know, I'd maybe prevent like some sort of pawn sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Queen B7, rook goes back, and bishop B6. So I'm starting to kind of unwind my pieces. My light square bishop is still really bad, but just wait a little bit. Maybe I'll improve it.
What I'm curious to know is which side knew less about the position.
Yeah,
like what was going on?
That's a good point. I don't know. I do not know.
A lot of shuffling.
So I think we're still just maneuvering, and I think actually my opponent this is important. My opponent actually offered a draw at some point, maybe around here. So that made me kind of boosted my confidence. The thing is with draw offers that anyone who's not too familiar with tournament chess goes, draw offers can be very double-edged. They can either psychologically throw off your opponent, or they can also motivate them. Like, okay, if you're willing to go for a draw, I feel a lot more comfortable in my position. So when he offered a draw, I was like, okay, let me just play on, because he's probably thinking this is already a draw. So I played Queen A7, took control of the A file, and he's just maneuvering. And look at my bishop. From D7 to E8 to G6 to F5, and I'm getting it to better squares. So I'm just finding an avenue for my pieces to get through.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Aniket saying probably because it was a draw. Ooh.
It was a draw, but you know, listen,
you gotta prove
all chess games are draws, but people make mistakes. That's just the human factor of chess.
Exactly.
So, you know, and yeah, just king G6, and he trades queens, and my king is really fast. And how do you stop it? I don't know if it's a draw anymore, honestly. Maybe with best play it is, but this is really difficult. And my bishop's just a thorn in his side. My bishop that was supposed to be garbage is now a monster on F3, just doing a lot of damage.
And look at his bishop. Can't even Get out of there.
And I think white's almost in Zugzwang real soon.
Mm-hmm.
So h6 and then h5 and king c6.
Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm just slowly maneuvering.
And oh, you had a free pawn there, but you didn't take it?
I think... Why did I not take it?
You probably just didn't see it right away. Maybe.
Oh, you know what? I think I was worried about f5.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so I went back.
Mm-hmm.
And now I take with the king.
Gotcha. Like, no rush.
And now I'm prepared to sacrifice that bishop. My pawns are really fast. He goes back. And I sacrifice my bishop again.
Yo, that's great.
And I queen, and he resigns.
Yo, that was an excellent game there, man.
And then I did a 10-move draw next round to clinch the tournament victory.
Oh,
exchange
man.
French. Yeah.
So, one of the games where you were playing against a higher rated opponent, and definitely a key game for tournament purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. This being round 4, I'm assuming that's the first game of the day on Sunday, right?
I believe it was, yes.
Okay, how did you prepare yourself in the morning?
I think I went to bed pretty early. I think I remember that. I usually go to bed pretty early the day before the second day of tournament. The first day of tournaments, I usually go to bed pretty late the night before because I'm just like nervous. But the second day, I've normally calmed down a little more. I'm able to go to bed and sleep a little bit earlier. And yeah, it's once again, like I was kind of at a level where I just didn't know my opponent. I wasn't at a level high enough where I could find out a lot about my opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't smart enough to really like look at a lot of people's games and know openings and memorize like it's not what I'm about. But yeah, no, it's I just once again got some sleep, made sure I didn't stress too much, and made sure I was confident. That was really it.
That's awesome, man. I mean, great job on this tournament victory, and it's a good feeling when you finally get that one win.
Yeah.
And did you expect yourself to win that tournament before going in, or did you just think I'm going to play my best possible chess?
Not at all. I did not think I was going to win. I think I was actually trying to. I thought I could maybe have a chance at cashing, maybe like placing in like the top 3 or something like that. But to win flat out, I don't think I really had that confidence yet.
That probably helped though with your nerves because you don't have an expectation.
Yeah, exactly. I always try to play. I still do to this day. Like obviously, I'll be upset with a loss, but I never go into a chess tournament thinking like, okay, if I don't win money, I shouldn't play. That's just not what I'm about.
You're going in to learn.
I'm going in to learn. I'm going in to have fun, meet people.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you should do.
Chess community is great. Make a lot of friends.
Exactly.
All right, man. Congratulations again. And I want to ask about your future endeavors with chess. Do you have any particular goals in mind?
With chess, honestly, I've been.
You hit a lot of milestones lately.
Yes, I'm really trying to get 2300 blitz on Lee chess right now. I have to say it's a little bit kind of superficial. It feels like, but I've been playing really good blitz lately. I beat Todd Bryant in a match lately, and he's a strong player, and I felt just unbelievable to win that match. That I was not expecting to win that match, to be completely honest with you. And yeah, I think one of those, that's just another thing that just boosted my confidence, made me feel really good. And yeah, I've been playing some good online chess lately, so it's making me more and more excited for online tournaments. And in terms of classical chess, I definitely think 1900 is in the cards. I believe I can definitely get there very soon once tournaments start back.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I think you play very strong, at least 2000 level.
Thank you.
No, seriously, because
I really appreciate that, man. Yeah.
And I know that I'm a lower rated player, but still, it's just
you're not that lower rated.
You kind of get the feel of a player who definitely knows what they're doing.
Thank you. I like to pretend I know what I'm doing.
All right, man. Well, does anyone in the chat have any questions for Sammy before we wrap it up here? Unless Sammy has something interesting to share with us before we end as well? No? Maybe? Yes? Because this was viewer's choice, guys. You guys wanted him today. So.
Yeah, it's true. You guys wanted me, so this is your chance to ask any questions. Any questions at all.
Any takers? I'll give you about 10 seconds, guys, while I go ahead and wrap this up a little bit here. Go ahead and check us out on YouTube for Palm Beach Chess. Sammy is also an instructor for the company here. And
anyone wants lessons, get in touch with Brian, and he'll get in touch with me.
There you go. Yes, yes. I mean, I think you'll learn a lot from Sammy.
How are you so awesome from Stony, my biggest fan. It's kind of funny. I have my biggest critic in Aniket, and I have my biggest fan in Stony. Okay, so Stony, I'm awesome because I don't know. I just kind of don't care that much. You know, when you don't try to impress people, you know, you kind of just when you're yourself. I think that impresses people the most.
When you're not forcing it, yep.
You're not forcing it. I'm not. I never force it. No. If you look at my Twitch channel, you'll know that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again so much, Sammy. I really appreciate you coming here tonight, and I hope you had
thank
a good
you
time
very
too.
much. No, Matt, it was an honor to do it. I've been excited. I've been looking forward to this type of interview for a while, even though I kind of got invited last minute, which I'm okay with. I am not going to beg. I'm not going to, beggars can't be choosers, so I'm all good.
Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't get the person that we wanted right away. But thank you very much for helping fill in at the last minute here.
Oh, of course. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, guys. You have a wonderful night. And thank you, Sammy. Have a great night, guys.
See you guys.